The classical comes alive on stage. Just like in the film, life for little Annie and her friends at the orphanage is not at all a bed of roses. After all, the facility is run by the mean Miss Hannigan, who is not very popular with children.
There's this horrible Miss Hannigan, obviously, that it treats them terribly, and she's very selfish and self-absorbed, and she actually doesn't care about them at all. They're like her little minions and her little slaves. And I think Annie challenges her with that, and she's one of the only orphans that do challenge her with that, and she doesn't want to conform.
Getting the lead role in any play is exciting, but on stage, it seems Gabrielle da Gama was born to play little Annie.
It's very fascinating because it's such a big opportunity, because like somewhere like 200 children auditioned and only so many Annies made it, and it's such a big privilege to be able to take part in this production.
As the story unfolds, life changes for little Annie. A special Christmas invitation from a very rich man named Mr. Warbucks marks the beginning of a better life for her. You see, Annie has always yearned to find her parents, who abandoned her at the orphanage when she was only a baby and never came back. But as good behavior pays off, Mr. Warbucks grows very fond of little Annie. Hope and optimism are clear themes in this tale.
You can really find hope, which is a lesson, because Annie comes from such a horrible past that whenever she tries to find hope, Miss Hannigan just pushes her down. And it teaches you that you should never accept that. You should just fight for what you stand for, and that you will find hope, like how Grace came to the orphanage to pick an orphan, and she chose Annie because she could see that Annie was really desperate for hope and help.
One of the most beautiful messages is she's constantly growing and reaching out for more, and she gets it in the end. So it just shows that if you believe in it, it can happen. There's also beautiful moments of just unity, and the whole fact of the orphans and how they come together always, and they're such a little team with each other, and they gang up on Miss Hannigan because she's so mean to them, how there's beautiful friendship there and support system.
The production is brought to life with an amazing set and crowd-pleasing music. Classic tunes such as I Don't Need Anything But You and Tomorrow naturally pull the audience into the story. But did you know that little orphan Annie has come a long way since she first made her pop culture debut as a comic strip in 1924? Well, Annie has been reincarnated into a radio show, films, and even a Broadway hit. It's no wonder these young ones were thrilled to see it on stage.
I really enjoyed the music and the lyrics of the song, because all the lyrics had like a meaning, and the dance moves were like very inspiring.
I thought it was cool because of the dancing, the lyrics, I like the costumes, and there's quite a few messages in it. There's messages that if you're an orphan, you can still find a home.
Finally, there's a happy ending after much drama with Mr. Warbucks' attempt to find little Annie's parents through a 50,000 rands reward. But liars and cheats lose in this story, as the truth always wins. Here's why you cannot miss the stage play.
It's exciting, and it's full of fun dances and songs, and it's so lively, and everybody just wants to sing along to everything because it's so fun, and all the lights flashing and all the costumes, all the vibes.
So you must come down to the People's Theatre. It's a phenomenal show, and it's also a part to just sit down and enjoy all the singing and the dancing, and at the same time get a lot of messages through it. It's really, really awesome. So please come down to the People's Theatre and catch Annie Jr.
So if you want to keep your chin up in the face of adversity and never give up, let Annie Jr. brighten up your day. The much-loved classic will be at the People's Theatre in Braamfontein, Johannesburg until August 5th. So don't miss it. Didintle Mookeletsi, SABC News, Johannesburg.